Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Your host Dr. Muhammad Altaf Hussain is with you, and today we will discuss layer farming. So first of all, we should know layer farming. So layer farming means the raising of egg-laying poultry birds for the purpose of commercial egg production. We have two periods of layer farming, that is a growing period, and the next one is laying period. The growing period is started from brooding till sexual maturity, that is from 9 to 18 weeks. While laying period is started after 18 to 20 weeks to 72 weeks, that is to the end of laying period. So these are two periods of layer farming. Now we say something about the management of layers. So for the day-old chicks, that is those are pullets, we use chick mesh up to 8 weeks, and after 8 weeks we use a grower. Grower is used for 8 to 20 weeks, and after that we use layers mesh or layers feed up to 20 to 72 weeks. Birds should be transferred to the laying quarters at 15 to 17 weeks old. The pen must have cleaned, disinfected and made to rest for about 2 days. The birds should be without feed for 4 to 6 hours before being transferred. Floor space requirement is 1.4 square feet per bird. Feeder space requirement is 6 to 8 centimeter per bird. One linear feeder of 120 centimeter length and 8 centimeter depth is for 40 grower birds. For 100 birds, 15 to 20 liters water per day is required. 60 to 80 gram feed per bird per day is required during growing period, while 100 to 110 gram feed per day per bird is required for laying birds. In winter, feed consumption is increases while decreases during summer. A restricted feeding program should be adopted. Now we say something about advantages and disadvantages of deep litter or battery cage. So the advantages are more pullets may be kept per unit area in battery cages. Broodiness is eliminated. Culling is made easier. Less feed may be required per dozen eggs. Eggs can be collected less frequently. Now disadvantages. So the initial capital investment is higher. Higher percentage of blood spots in eggs. Internal egg quality drops off more quickly. Fly problems are higher with the cage system. Management of nest boxes. So nest boxes are provided for layers that will be maintained on deep litter. Nests are preferably lined up near side of the pen away from the sun ray. Wood shavings should be placed on the floor of the nest box to protect the eggs against breakage and to produce clean egg. Now types of nest. So there are mainly 3 types of nest. That is, the first one is individual nest. One nest box is sufficient for 4 to 5 birds. Community nest, this will accommodate 50 to 60 birds. Trap nest, this will accommodate 1 bird at a time and is used for academic and breeding studies. The nest litter should be replaced at least once in a week to prevent contamination of the eggs. Cage rearing. So layer cages, there are mainly 2 types of cages commonly used in open-sided poultry houses, that is conventional cages, and the second one is reverse cages. Conventional cages, the specifications of such cages are front feeding length 15 inch, front height 8 inch, back height 15 inch and depth 18 inch. Now the reverse cages, so specifications of such cages are front feeding length 18 inch, front height 18 inch, back height 15 inch, depth 15 inch. These cages can hold 3 to 4 birds. Now signs of onset of laying. Birds will start to cackle, make noise with their throat. This is the first sign of onset of laying. The second one is the combs and wattles will be bright red, and when touched, the bird will tend to stoop. Routine managemental practices and layer forms. So the dead birds are removed to prevent contamination of the other birds. Fresh feed is added to the stale feed in the trough. Water troughs should be cleaned and disinfected. Eggs should be collected at least 3 times a day. Once at early in the morning, second one is afternoon, and the third one is before evening. Frequent collection of eggs prevents eggs breakages. Eggs collected should be kept in egg trays. Cracked eggs, leakers, and thin shelled eggs should be kept separate after gathering. Eggs should not be stored for longer than 2 weeks at room temperature to avoid spoilage. Debaking should be done after each 12 to 14 weeks of age. First deworming should be done on 8th week of age, followed by 16th to 18th week of age. Deworming should be done with levamisole 30%, piperazine 45% or 65%, and albendazole 10 to 15%. Occasional managemental practices are managemental operations. So culling is the first point in this topic. This refers to the removal of sick, injured, unproductive and poor reproducing birds from the flock. Advantages of culling. So what are the advantages of culling? So prevention of spread of diseases, increase in the quality of the stock, more space is allowed for the remaining birds, and increase in profits principally by reducing feed requirement to produce a dozen eggs. Now we come to the lighting management. So provide light stimulation at 18 weeks of age, starting with a minimum of 13 hours of day length. Increase light by 15 to 30 minutes per week until 16 hours of light is reached. Light intensity is from 0.9 to 1.2 foot candle. Never decrease light intensity during a laying period. Only 12 hours lighting program is sufficient in case of open-sided houses. No artificial light is needed. So this is about light management. Now we see something about egg production. So the egg laying starts at 18 to 20th weeks, and the percentage of production increases up to 90%. 28 to 36 week is the peak egg production stage. Afterwards it slumps down slowly to reach 70%. Now we come to the egg handling. So the layers lay their eggs mostly during forenoon. Eggs may be collected twice or 3 times a day, in the morning, afternoon, and before evening. The frequency of egg collection has to be increased 4 to 5 times during peak summer. Air-cooled rooms for storage of eggs should be there. Specially designed cardboard trays have to be used. So that's all about the layer forming. And if you have any question regarding to the layer forming, so you may ask through comments. You may ask through my Gmail, that is driltafvet@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching.